Oh my god. Terrible love TikTok. I'm so happy there will be many people. Nobody recognized me. A bear or a squirrel. Welcome to Khabarovsk. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am in Khabarovsk now and I really like it here. I feel much better after returning to Spassk. So in this video I'll share my thoughts with you, show you Khabarovsk and just show you how I rediscovered this city for me. And the thing is that before I spent 2 months in Spassk, and I told about this in my previous video, I said that I felt really lonely in Spassk, but it all changed for me so much when I came here to Khabarovsk a week ago, and it's because I'm really busy here. And this video is going to be a story about how a place can change your mood, your habits, even your thinking. And let's now go home because it is very cold. So now I'm in the room. Don't be surprised by this strange placement of my laptop because this is the only source of light that I could make here. And this is my mic. I really like it. It has different colors. And yeah, this is the apartment that I'm renting with my 2 flatmates. So I just looked at this place with new look, and I think that Khabarovsk as a city influenced this a lot. I mean, influenced my lifestyle, because in Spassk I lived with my parents, and I must say that I have lived apart separately from my parents for 5 years already, different cities and different countries, so I'm used to the independency. But for that 2 months in Spassk I got used to it so much, to the home food. I didn't have to go out like to buy groceries. I just didn't have anything to do. It was really damaging. But here in Khabarovsk life changed, and now I have to go to buy groceries myself. My first days I felt euphoria. I felt so happy, and I was overwhelmed by the fact that, oh, now I have like to-do list again. I have many things to do. And even at the end of the second day I was laying here on the sofa and like, oh, I'm so happy. Like, it was pulsating inside of me. I really love this feeling. I really love how the fact that I'm busy now changed my mood, and also the fact that I met a lot of people here in Khabarovsk. I also was invited to an interview, to a podcast, so a lot of things just brought me back to life. Recently I signed up for a really cool event. It will be taking place in Artservatory. Artservatory is like a small museum, a small piece of culture here in the Far East. And now I want to take you to that very aesthetic place, so let's go! It will be a masterclass by one Khabarovsk videographer, and I feel so nervous because there will be many people and I have to talk to them.
Just as an outlet, something that I always wanted to do, that kept me.
Сложная, она большая, и мы уже на Лешином примере рассказывал упражнений, как можно эти темы там отрабатывать. То есть, что касается...
Now we're having a big break and I decided to go outside. There is a bar on the first floor, but it was so crowded, and I decided to take coffee and go to another cafe nearby. And now in the meantime I just want to share my thoughts about this masterclass. Yeah, I was shy and worried, like, oh, there are gonna be people, and on such events you're usually supposed to keep the conversation in the breaks, but this time I realized that you are not pressured to do this if you don't want to. It now feels like I escaped people, but no, really, it was impossible just to stay in that bar on the first floor. This guy who is making this master class. His name is Alexei Harin. He participated in projects in Venezuela, the Arctic, the Shantar Islands here in Khabarovsk region. I feel so inspired. So I've had my dinner, and guys, it's really funny that I'm talking about visual art, filming with my camera in such a bad light with such a bad sounds, just because I wasn't preparing to film the vlog today. But as our videographer Alex says, sometimes content is more important than the form. And all the people who came to this masterclass, they look so artsy, and I just feel so proud that even here in such a regional, provincial city, we have our own community of artists. And it's funny that they all refer to each other and know each other. And the building where it all is taking place, it's some historic building from the early 20th century, and this is a very artsy building too. Here they have like galleries, art shops, a pottery club. So let's go and continue our enlightenment. The master class is over. I'm so excited about this new knowledge and how I can use in my videos, and actually about my socializing. It wasn't that hopeless, because when I came after the break, I even asked questions. So there was like a discussion and I was asking questions, and one of them was, there is some interesting technique. It's called dolly zoom, when you're zooming in but at the same time going backward. This is some really interesting thing. There's some dog doing its things. The people in the masterclass were really nice. Fortunately, nobody recognized me as a world famous star from Khabarovsk. People are so toxic. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Everything seems so cinematic after that masterclass. But even though I said that nobody in that event recognized me as a superstar, I still got my portion of local recognition. I got a message from the editor of a Khabarovsk Instagram magazine. He said I know about your video blog, could you please write a little article for us about how people from other countries perceive the Far East from your videos. And I wrote that post. They edited it really nice. It was about what people find interesting in my blog. It's about the Far East, how people want to travel here. And that post got a lot of likes, comments. And after that post, I hoped that somebody from Khabarovsk will message me, maybe invite me for a cup of coffee. This didn't happen. Instead, I got a message from a group of teenagers and they invited me for an interview. So there is a group of friends. They are originally from Komsomolsk. It is a city a little to the north from Khabarovsk. And these guys, they created their amateur theater. They make interviews with interesting people of Komsomolsk, and they just happened to be in Khabarovsk and invited me. And of course I agreed to meet with them. Now I want to show you some footage from that day.
Мы и продолжаем наш нескончаемый цикл традиций.
So the interview is over and I just want to share my thoughts. The guys asked me about my YouTube channel, about learning English in Russia, also how I studied in the US. It was a very interesting interview, and yeah, the interview will be on the guys' YouTube channel. And I must say that after talking to them, I felt so inspired. I believe in the Russian youth. I love my generation. Well, actually, I'm a little older than that guys. I'm 22 and they are 17, 16, 15. They're still in the high school. but I just love how even they live in Komsomolsk in a remote city, they are still organizing some culture events. I really like how our young generation is so free, is so artistic. Yeah, there are pros and cons. Of course, I don't like the fact that my attention span is like no longer than 3 seconds. It's kind of hard to read books for me now, but at least my generation, we are free. We're free thinking. And I like to see how Gen Z are making these TikToks. I really love TikTok, of course, the alt TikTok. And I like how, oh my god, my love for TikTok almost killed me. It's like a bridge. Yeah, I really like to see how today's young Russian teenagers are embracing feminism, how they're talking about the injustice, how they're criticizing everything. I think it is a good thing for our country. And by the way, guys, I came here for a reason. This behind me is the central square in Khabarovsk. I came here to show you this beautiful ice town. I just really love it this year. Let's go. These ice sculptures show coat of arms of different districts of the Khabarovsk region, because you know the Khabarovsk Krai is a very big region. For example, this is the coat of arms of Primorsky municipalny raion. I've never heard about this district. And you see there are so many of such coat of arms, they surround the square. So this is the district of the Vanna town. You see there's a ship. It symbolizes the fact that it is a city on the seashore. It was like an important military port when Russians were settling the Far East. Верхнебурейский municipalny район. Wow, what is that? This weird symbol. This is the coat of arms of Komsomolsk on Amur, and the main sculpture here, you can see it's even different. It looks like a bus. This is the coat of arms of the Khabarovsk city. These are slates made of ice. You can even sit here to take pictures. One more wonderful part of this is the ornaments of the native peoples of the Khabarovsk region. And here it says the traditional ornament of the Ulchi people. This is the ornament of Evenki people. Imagine how much labor is put into carving these ice sculptures. What is this? Is it a camel? It's like a bear or a squirrel. Yeah, I think it is a squirrel, but it looks kind of intimidating and it holds like shishka. Oh no, it's probably like a bear, but why it looks like a rat? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let's try. Oh my god. Ah! Usually kids use these plastic things, it's called ледянка, but I just prefer the hardcore way. I've seen it in the distance and I couldn't believe my eyes because this is the knitting graffiti. I've never seen it in real life. Wow, it's so cozy. And somehow this video turned out to be all about art, because first I showed you that video masterclass, guys from the theater, these artsy ice figures on the square, and even this knitting graffiti. I don't know, I didn't plan to do this. Oh my god, I have goosebumps. But it turns out that these days in Khabarovsk, I was surrounded by art. And I don't know, maybe this is just my personality and I just like to find it around me. There's some dog doing it. Khabarovsk is a great city. I love Khabarovsk. I love Khabarovsk even more than Vladivostok, just because I don't know Vladivostok very much and just because the layout of the city. Khabarovsk has wider sidewalks and just feels free. Nothing against Vladivostok, it's a great city, great people, just, I don't know. But I don't want to live in Khabarovsk either, and now I will tell about this. By the end of all these events, I got tired because my days became routine again. I feel lonely again. Wow, how this happens, I don't know. But I just realized that there's nothing for me to seek in Khabarovsk. And now I'm filming this, I'm looking at the apartment block, Khrushchevka, just ahead of my house, and I see these windows, even people's apartments, and I feel so bad just when I see this. So I enjoyed here. I will be happy to return to Khabarovsk as often as I can. I don't know, this is my impression and I think that I should end this video. Why my laptop started talking? My mic turned off for a second because it was black, and then I heard my mic was just reminding me that you gotta end this video. So yeah guys, I love Khabarovsk. It is a nice city. Welcome to Khabarovsk, I guess. I want to film some other things here. I don't know what, but I just feel that I need to film as much as possible while I'm still in the Far East, because it is really interesting for me and for you, I hope. So this is the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me under the comments of my previous video. It was really helpful. I appreciate it a lot. Many thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Guys, this really helps me to keep it up. The link to my Patreon is under this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon in my next video. Goodbye!